Hi everyone, so today is the day 9 of simple flower drawing series and we have covered so many flowers so far. All these flowers are quite simple and easy to draw. If you want, you can get a link into my description section and you can learn all these things quickly. So in today's video, we are going to draw Aster flower. I'll show you 2 to 3 perspective and it is simplest flower amongst whatever we have covered so far. So you can create a round shape and one oval shape. This defines the perspective. Let me show you how. Now let's define the center part of the flower. So for the circle, the center part is in the center, and for the oval you can divide it into 2 equal halves, and then towards upward direction you can create a half round shape to create the center part of the flower. So with the help of pen, this is size 0.2 needle pen. You can use normal ball pen also, it is totally fine. You can start doing directly with the help of pen all these things. You don't have to do with the help of pencil, but if you are not comfortable doing it, do it with the help of pencil first. So for the center part of the flower, I am creating multiple round shape, tiny round shape into the smaller circle that we have to cover that particular area and to also get some texture. Around the edge you can have little fine outgrowth, and then you can start creating small petals. These are rounded petals, longer in size and very fine, and you can do it in all the direction first at distance. When you do something like this, you will have better arrangement of these petals, so that's why I always like to do something like this. So keep adding these petals in between two, then you can add one more, then in between two you can add one more. Likewise, you can just fill the whole area with these smaller petals. You can keep the length of petals little smaller, little bigger. You can do a little bit of overlapping between the petals, and you can do it automatically when you start creating these things at distance first, and then you are trying to fill everything in between. And I'm creating a center line around each petals that I have created as a part of shading, and that's all we are going to do for this particular flower. Now we are done with this one, we can start with the next one. So in this one again I'm repeating the same thing. The only difference is the arrangement of petals, because we are trying to get different perspective. So I have created a smaller round shape in the center to create the center part of the flower. Now because the center part is not in the center, you can see more space towards downward direction and lesser space towards upward direction. So that's the guideline. We need to create longer petals at downward direction because we have more space in that particular area, and smaller petals towards upward direction. And just fill the whole area with the help of petals like we did in the first flower. You can keep petals at distance first and then try to fill in between area. And when you create the smaller petal towards upward direction, you will automatically see a jump into your perspective, and that's the beauty of creating an oval shape instead of round, and creating the center part towards upward direction rather than in the center. And likewise, you can have different other perspective of these kind of flowers. Now let's do one more. This one is little different perspective. So in this one we are seeing the base of the flower. So you can create a U shape, creating a base of the flower, and then create a round shape like this. First try to do the base. So you can do a little bit of lining to create pattern, and then you can start creating same petals like we did for other two flowers. And this one is the side perspective, so we are not seeing the center part of the flower, but in this one we are able to see the base of the flower. So that's the only difference we have. And we have created 3 perspective. I have already created a separate video around Aster flower perspective, so if you want you can refer to that video. Now we are done with all the flowers. Now let's do the stem. So let's do it quickly. You can have stems for all the flowers that you have, and you can make it a little thicker. You can have multiple lines to add a little texture around the stem area as well, and you can have the direction of these stems as per the perspective of flowers that you have. So these are my stems. Now for the leaf, let's do it with the help of pencil first. So in this one we have a simple serrated leaf, so you can have serration around the edge and pointed leaf. You might not able to see it because of pencil, but anyways we are going to do it with the help of pen. So first try to create a basic sketch for yourself, and then we are going to do everything with the help of pen. So multiple leaves in between these stems in multiple direction and angle you can try, and you can also create some more outgrowth from the stem area. This is we are doing only for drawing purpose, nothing related to aster flower. Now with the help of pen, let's create this fine spike kind of pattern. I want to keep it darker, so I'm doing it like this. So you can have multiple structure like this, just to beautifying the composition, nothing else. Then you can start tracing the leaf. As you can see, the leaves are simple, pointed, and having serration around the edge. Serration means you can have a little zigzag pattern around the edge rather than keeping it smooth. And you can also change the direction of leaf. You can have different perspective of leaf as well. That is also fine to have. And we are done with the tracing part. Now as a part of shading and detailing, I am creating some diagonal line on both sides of the leaf to make it more darker and to have texture around these leaves that we have. Now we need to repeat the same thing for all the leaves that we have. So take all your time to do these kind of things. It is important to have something like this hectic process, but when you do it, you will like it. So do it for all the leaves that you have. You can do cross hatching also for a couple of leaves to get some other kind of texture. So cross hatching means creating cross line around those parallel line that we have created. So I'm doing something like this for this particular leaf, and we are done with today's video. Hope you have liked it, and thank you so much for watching. See you all in the next video.